Hello everyone. Today I am going to start with next chapter, that is structure and germination of seeds. In today's lecture we will discuss about structure of seed in detail. So children, first of all, what is a seed? In the life of flowering plants, seeds are very important structures as they help in the formation of new plants. A seed is defined as a mature ovule formed after fertilization. In addition to the development of plants, seeds also help in the dispersal of a species as well as overcoming the unfavorable conditions. So now let's discuss about the structure of seed in detail. All seeds have some common features, though they vary in size, shape, color, and some other features. A typical seed is differentiated into three parts: seed coat, embryo, and stored food. So, first of all, we are going to talk about seed coat. Each seed is covered by a protective covering called seed coat. The seed coat is differentiated into outer tough protective testa and inner thin layer called tegmen. So, the testa protects the seed from bacteria, fungi, and insects. On the seed is present a scar called hilum. It represents the point of attachment of seed with its stalk. Adjacent to the hilum is present a minute opening called micropyle. Absorption of water as well as exchange of gases takes place through the micropyle during germination of seeds. The micropyle is not easily seen in the dry seed, but if a seed is soaked in water, is pressed gently, some water and air bubbles oozes out through this pore and it can be easily located. Embryo. An embryo is defined as a baby plant present inside the seed. An embryo is differentiated into cotyledons and embryonic axis. So first of all, we are going to discuss about cotyledons. Cotyledons are also known as seed leaves. Cotyledons are food-laden tissues which provide nourishment to the developing embryo. If there are two cotyledons, then the seed is known as dicotyledonous seed, and if only one cotyledon is present, then the seed is known as monocotyledonous seed. Next, we are going to discuss about embryonic axis is an imaginary line that divides an embryo or immature plant into different regions. The different regions are plumule, apicotyle, mesocotyle, hypocotyle, and radicle. We can learn this with the help of one shortcut, that is PEMHR. P plumule, E apicotyle, M mesocotyle, H hypocotyle, and R radical. So now we are going to discuss about plumule. Plumule is a part of embryonic axis present above apicotyle and which give rise to shoot system. Next is apicotyle. Apicotyle is a part of embryonic axis present in between plumule and mesocotyle. Next is mesocotyle. Mesocotyle is a part of embryonic axis present in between apicotyle and hypocotyle, and here cotyledons are attached. Next is hypocotyle. Hypocotyle is a part of embryonic axis present in between mesocotyle and radicle, and the last term is a radicle. A radicle is a part of embryonic axis which give rise to root system, and it is present below hypocotyle. Next is food storage in the seeds. The seed contains a stored food material to be used during the development. The food is stored either in cotyledons or in special food storage tissues called endosperm. So, the seeds in which food is stored in cotyledons and no endosperm is present, that is known as X-albuminous seeds or non-endospermic seeds, and the examples for this is beans, gram, pea, etc. Next is albuminous seeds. Albuminous seeds are also known as endospermic seeds. Albuminous seeds are the seeds in which food is stored in the endosperm, and the examples are castor, cotton, maize, etc. Now you must be able to answer the following questions. Describe the structure of seed in detail. Define epicotyle, mesocotyle, hypocotyle, plumule, and radicle. Differentiate between albuminous seeds and exalbuminous seeds. So this was all about today's lecture. We will continue with the next topic in the next lecture. Kindly learn all the terms.